Hello guys, today I am discussing about complex numbers. Let's start the video. First of all, about a little bit about complex numbers. Complex numbers in mathematics, a complex number is an element of a number system that extends the real numbers with a specific element unit I, called the imaginary unit. Basically, the set of complex number is a set in which the equations x square is equals to a can be solved for all a belongs to real number and is given by c is equals to r into r is equal to a comma b, where a and b belongs to real number. Here C is a set of complex numbers and its elements are in order that are called complex numbers. Complex numbers satisfy the equation that r x square plus 1 is equal to 0. The above equation gives the result x is equal to plus minus under root minus 1. This equation results in the foundation of imaginary numbers. The use of imaginary numbers was not widely accepted until the work of Leonhard Euler and Carl Friedrich Gauss. This illustration is for you for how to understand about complex numbers. Basically, complex numbers are the superset of real numbers and imaginary numbers. Imaginary numbers are those where there is something imaginary part, and here a plus, since we know that complex numbers are written in a plus b iota, and here b is not equal to 0. Yes, here if a is equal to 0, so they are called pure imaginary numbers, but if b is equal to 0, then they becomes real numbers. And there are many subsets of real numbers following rational, irrational, and then integers, and then okay, on next slide. Complex numbers can be written as a plus b iota, where a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. Here b not equal to 0. Here is how it is. Since iota on complex numbers has coordinates 0, 1, then a comma b is equal to, I am just proving that how a plus b iota is equal to a comma b. So a plus b is equals to a comma 0 and plus 0 comma b, and then we take common 0 comma 1. So here is a little bit explanation of multiplication rule in complex numbers. A comma b if multiplied by c comma d, so this is the formula ac minus bd comma ad plus bc. So according to this formula we take 0 comma 1 common, so b 0 comma becomes b comma 0, and we know that iota is equal to 0 comma 1, so it becomes iota and a comma 0 as it is and b comma 0 as it is. So it is a plus b, a plus iota b, and is the illustration of Cartesian coordinates and complex planes, how to explain how the real numbers exist. Basically, the vertical axis is called imaginary axis and horizontal axis is real axis. So let's move forward. Modulus and conjugate of a complex number. Since a comma minus b, if a comma minus b and is equals to, also is it is written as a minus iota b, is called complex conjugate of a comma b, that is a plus iota b. Hence conjugate of a complex number contains the same value of a but and b but opposite sign with b, imaginary part. That is that if I change the sign of b, any b that is imaginary part, so it becomes the complex coordinate. Here is also you can understand how it is a plus iota b on a plus a minus iota b, which where a and b are real numbers and iota is imaginary unit, so b is imaginary part. And modulus of a complex number is simply this. Modulus is basically the distance from 0 to that point, so it is denoted by r or mod z. If z is a complex number, so it is denoted by mod z, and if z is a complex number and its conjugate denoted by bar on z. Modulus is taken from by using helping distance formula or by Pythagoras theorem. It is that if a comma b and where perpendicular or basis, then Pythagoras theorem using, we use Pythagoras theorem, and r is equals to then becomes a square plus b square if a plus iota b is the complex number. Let's move to Argand diagram. No, it's we have some important theorems also. that they are written here. They are very useful in many calculations and problems. So let's move. Argand diagram on which complex numbers are represented geometrically using Cartesian axis, the horizontal coordinate representing the real part of the number and the vertical coordinate the complex part. In mathematics, the complex plane is the plane formed by complex number with a Cartesian coordinate system such that the x-axis, called the real axis, and is formed by the real numbers. That I have told previously that the vertical axis is imaginary axis, that is y-axis, and horizontal is real axis, and it's also called real axis. And y called imaginary axis is formed by imaginary numbers. The complex plane is sometimes known as Argand plane or Gauss plane. Here is how it is look like. So that's all. I hope you like my video, and please like and subscribe my channel.